Hello everybody, welcome to Ageless Rock. In my previous video, I showed you Latte stones of Guam. Today, we are going to check out Latte stones in Tinian Island of United States. This tiny island has gigantic structures waiting for you to solve. This Micronesia part of the ocean offers some amazing megalithic monuments that makes you wonder about our human origin. Megalithic Latte stones are unique to Marianas Island. You cannot find it anywhere else. The tourist spot to visit is known as House of Taga. It is approximately slightly over 100 kilometers from Guam Island. When the Spanish arrived in 1521 under the expedition led by Ferdinand Magellan, the local people known as Chamorro was found to be in Stone Age. They already told the Europeans they didn't know who built these gigantic monuments. It was already there all the time. This tiny island with only 100 square kilometers has megalithic structures that baffle everyone until today. No matter what theory you come up with, it will not make sense. From these old drawings, you can tell about 200 years ago, the Chamorro people were Stone Age primitive. The megalithic stones were still standing upright and is way too big to be pillars of a thatched roof house. These two civilizations clearly didn't coexist. The Chamorro people were friendly, kind and helpful people when the Europeans arrived. They also held their traditional cultures and beliefs. They would have gladly shown the Europeans how to make at least one Latte stone if they knew. They would have welcomed them into their 300 Latte stone pillar houses throughout Guam, Tinian and Saipan. From the photo, you can see that the megaliths are megaton structures. We should know where is the quarry by now, considering the fact that Tinian Island is very tiny. In fact, it is a fact that there is no evidence ancient Chamorro people carved pillars out of bedrock for their wooden hut. Only a few sites with short pillars have wooden hut built over it. It doesn't prove that almost 300 sites in Marianas Island were even meant to be a house. These colossal pillars called haligi were raised into a hole dug into the ground. Then a gigantic capstone called tasa were raised and placed on top of each haligi. With methods even our construction cranes today will find it challenging to handle. In my opinion, the last thing you want to build as foundation of a house in an area prone to earthquake is tall pillars. Frankly, I would rather sleep in a house without capstone pillars. If we were to do this today, there would be huge trucks and cranes to manage one 30-ton pillar. Placing the tasa on top will require a powerful crane. There is no possible reason we can think of that the ancient Stone Age Chamorro people would like to manage Latte stones as pillars. All the hut on Latte stones drawings are actually misrepresentation of the real Latte stone purpose. When the Europeans arrived, they were not used as a house. A set of 10 pillars would take years to quarry, drag, shape and lift. However, upon completion, it takes only a few days to put the wooden sticks and nipa roof on top. Does that even make sense as far as building a house is concerned? There is another logic that bothers me. If the Latte stones were to be made for house, why do they need the tasa? Isn't haligi is already good enough? Wouldn't the tasa make the foundation less stable? If you think ancient Chamorro people shaped this enormous structure with stones and then dragged them without wheels, you must also believe that ancient Chamorro people were extremely big, if not giants. According to local legend, Taga was a 10-foot giant with superhuman strength. He is the one responsible for creating Latte stones for House of Taga. However, that doesn't explain 270 Latte stone sites in Guam recorded by Hornbostel in 1920s. Due to earthquakes and war, House of Taga is now just a fallen ruin with only one pillar still standing. It is an interesting, amazing site to visit. There is an interesting myth and legend attached to this site you might want to check out on your own in your free time. Speaking about war, this is the place where the first atomic bomb, known as the Little Boy, was loaded into Enola Gay. It is here, in tiny Tinian, the world was about to witness the most spectacular mushroom cloud ever created by a single explosion. The second atomic bomb, Fat Man, was loaded into boxcar from here. The unfortunate city of Nagasaki was targeted to be vaporized by an implosion force kept inside this metal ball. It took 2 atomic bombs for the Japanese to realize that they were about to be annihilated, and the rest is history. This mighty tiny Tinian made history like the world has never seen before. With Little Boy and Fat Man loaded from here, Tinian should be as famous as Hiroshima and Nagasaki, but I bet most people have never heard of this island before. With the mysterious megalithic house of Taga, atomic bomb historical site, and crystal clear beaches, you now have 3 reasons to visit Tinian Island in your next vacation. While you are on your vacation, here is something you can ponder upon. If you are coming in from a spaceship with a powerful telescope, you can actually see House of Taga in Tinian Island and Ahu Tongariki in Rapa Nui Island from space. To me, they are basically pillars with stones on top. I have a feeling that Latte stones are prototype of Moai stone head. Well, that's all for today. Hope you enjoy my presentation on Latte stones in Tinian Island. Astaki Umaleihit Ta'lo.